No, you know what? This is what I want to talk about. Since we're on survival horror, this is something I cannot wait for. I've been following this game for fucking years. Years, I say. Years. This game right here. So, this game dates back a while. The development process of it, like, it is. So, started out with like a group of 5 to 8 people, like VFX artists, animators, guys who have been in the film industry. They worked on shit like It Welcome to Derry, Long Legs. There's a few of the horror movies that've come out in the modern day that they've been working on, and they've got videos. Let me see if I can find them. Shouldn't be hard to watch them after this. But this right here, yeah. But the third video down to the right, this one, no cutscene. Yeah, that was 5 years ago. This is when it was still considered a fake game. And yeah, Vern, I don't know how you pronounce it. No offense, brother. I think it's Russian or something.
Tin Lords of Plumbing?
That's what I thought.
Well, Bob Hopper doesn't know him either.
Bob's got other things to do right
Yeah, man, he's got
Who's Tom?
this dude. He's a developer, Vern. I'm just gonna say Vern. And Truvabach up there, Truvabach. Those two guys, I've been following them on Instagram for years. Back when they were just getting like the Kickstarter going, taking fan donations so they could not Kickstarter, Patreon. They had Cloud Games. You could support them on Patreon before they got picked up by Munfish.
Hello?
Yeah. And that official trailer that we just saw.
No, I didn't.
And before we go, I hope this video just played again. Like, I really hope this is still in the game. Like, I hope they incorporate this in some type of way. And the crazy thing is, like, the game looks better. Like, you know, you usually see shit like this and it's like, oh my god, it looks so good. Can't exist. And kind of like what was it? The Watch Dogs situation. Like, graphically and just the NPC density, like, from reveal to release, completely different. And with this game, like, you know, they've done this. They should have some more.
Hello?
Yeah, Ill Basement. This right here. This video. Got this. And these are 5 years old. They've got, I think, other videos that they have out that go back further, you know, than this does. Let's go back. Okay, so this isn't even gameplay. This is just like a cutscene, just showing the proof of concept. And, you know, like, you go from that. I hope that's in the game too, that little worm thing. That needs to be some type of mechanic. Like, you gotta go find that worm and kill it before it goes and infects some other corpse or some shit. Yeah, man. I can't wait for that. And I think we can go on Steam. Should be able to. I see they got the trailer up here too, yeah. But yeah, just to go from those early proof of concepts to this, like, look at the way the fucking, like, the skin folding on the hand right there. Like, you can just tell these are masters at their craft, doing what they do. Because they said, like, this was like a dream project, like a passion project. A lot of these animators and VFX artists that they've been wanting to do, like, for years. Like, they've put all their creativity and time and resources into these, you know, other companies, you know, helping other people with their visions. But like I said, with like Longlegs and various other horror films that have come out within the last 5 or so years, and this is what they've been wanting to do. Like, this is what they've been doing on the side. That, like, 5 years ago, those fucking videos we just watched, like, that's what Vern and the guys were working on while they were doing concept art and animations and, you know, work on the films that they were working on. You know, that's how it is. We're all grinding, just trying to work on our passions. Even when you're already in the business, you know, working on massive projects like fucking It, you know, you still have what you want to do, you know, something original that came out of your mind. That's not just helping an already existing IP and character. And yeah, so you can always find stuff here. Like, they've been keeping this updated. Just filming cutscenes. Just behind this, I love this shit. Like, I'm a guy that grew up with Bungie's Halo. So you've you know, I love Vidocs series, any type of shit like that. You got me hooked. You give me something behind the scenes I can look at for the game. Yeah. I don't really want to watch that. Saw the Q&A because I'm in their Discord. They have a Discord if you wanna go look there. But I think this is going to be like the next evolution of horror, survival horror in video games, at least. Cause I just want to get back so we can see this. Yeah. Yeah, and this is even like an older teaser. Not older, but I don't know if this is 5 years old. This might be a little bit more present. But yeah, man. God, I can't wait for this fucking game. It's just the rate and the movement, the lighting. And there's one thing like they were talking about in some of the Dev Diary stuff of just how brutal this game is going to be. Like, not even just looking at, you know, I don't think you can see my cursor. You can't. I think I've got it hidden. But not even just talking about this fucking thing. Like, ugh. Like, not even just talking about that, the nastiness and the grotesqueness of monster designs themselves, but even just the damage you're going to do on these monsters with the melee combat, the shooting. Like, let's just try to pause it in time. Because there's an enemy. Like, look at... I thought it paused. Hold on. Wait. I keep doing it. 2 on the nose. Look at his fucking face. Like, the little cut on his neck. Like, let's just assume that this monster didn't look like that from the jump. Let's just assume that, right? Let's just assume it looked like one of those, you know, these ugly motherfuckers right here. Like, these guys are ugly, but they somewhat look normal, undamaged, right? And then you see that his whole goddamn face looked like it was just, oh, the detail, like it was concaved, but oh, the detail in this game, bro. And I get it, like, so there's people out there, you know, graphically we've kind of peaked in a sense. Like, there's not much games that are gonna look much better than like Red Dead 2 or like a God of War 2018. Like the PS4 era, like we peaked. And at this point, the next step is, you know, art style, how that influences fidelity, or like something like this, because, you know, they're going for like a grounded, realistic look, like hyper realism, but there's still something here artistically that's just striking, like in the lighting. And see, I was so afraid at first because I thought this game was going to be like exclusive to PC, because let's just not kid ourselves, when you fucking look at this game, yeah, like, you think PC for sure. Like, me and Harlow, what's up, Harlow? Good. Oh yeah, what's up? Now we just talking, looking at this survival horror, just chatting it up, talking about the evolution of graphics, what the next step is graphically for video games, if there even is one. Yeah, that's what's up. But I still barely believe that this game, oh yeah, this is day one for sure. I was just talking before you got here that I've been following the dev cycle of this game for like the past 8 years, like back when the dev team only had about 6-8 people. And yeah, they didn't even have Munfish as a, let's play this again, I like watching it, turn it down though. But yeah, this was before Munfish Powerhouse even started doing it. I'm in NC, country boy. But yeah, we're playing RE9 right now, so we got plenty of survival horror to fucking get to before this game comes out. There's no telling when it's gonna release. But yeah, they had like 6 people. They went dark. Everybody thought they were faking. Mostly, like, I think Russian dudes. And then when they got picked up by Munfish, they got some developers from Canada. So you'd say, like, how far is this gonna go? Like, this dude, like, environmental interaction. Like, how much can they pick up? How much can we pick up and use against them? Oh yeah, nice to meet you. We're going to be streaming again later tonight too. I got to go pick up my Oh, the UK. Jesus. This is why I love the internet. This is, you know what they say, the internet's a blessing and a curse. But you know, this is the best right here. Besides streaming, right now, I used to work in a restaurant, but I just kind of Uber now. I do rideshare, and when people like me so much that they want me to be their personal driver so they don't have to use Uber, I do that. But I had to quit I came to a crossroads in my life, really, because I'm 29 right now, and it was like I could continue to struggle paycheck to paycheck and not put time towards my passion, or I can just shoot for it, you know? Can you ask me something? If it's gonna be my Discord so you can sell me art, no, I'm sorry. That'll be... So, no. If you can ask me something, but if it involves Discord... Okay. I'll catch you later, Harlow. But yeah, Ill, we're gonna be definitely playing this. I don't know how they had a little, do they have the pictures here? They got pictures down here, obviously, but I don't think they've got pictures for the tease they had. They had like a little teaser for the date for it. Like you could see it was like Ill November something, and then like they had like a date erased, and the date said 2029. Nigga, what? 2029? Clout. I'm gonna need that game before 2029. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I need that. I'm gonna need this right here. For some reason, the audio is just, it keeps syncing to the trailer, but it's watching something else. Whatever. Fuck Steam. But yeah, I'm gonna need this game before 2029. Okay, I'm gonna need it before 2029. That's just what's up, because I can't wait that long. I can, but that's 3 years from now. I've been supporting, following y'all since like 2020, 2021. You know, I'm a Patreon supporter. I ain't got the app. I ain't going through proving myself, proving my worth to one viewer right now. Shout out to you, by the way, but I ain't doing that. But just know and believe. I've been here. 2029, I could wait, but I don't want to wait. I need that. I need that now. Please. I need it. Because, and they got the voice actor for Leon, or boy, the dude that does Leon in RE2, 4 and 9. You know, the remake 2 and 4 and 9. Like, our boy Leon is voicing the character in this game. So there's just so much to be excited for. I forget the composer's name, but they had a composer before. They dropped him. No animosity type shit, but just scheduling, things weren't lining up, and they had to go with somebody new. And they posted up a track of his for the game on their Instagram, and yeah, it was sick. And so I can't wait to really see that. My damn dog is going crazy right now. He's having one of those dog fits. He's just like running back and forth in the hallway. And that right there, you guys hear that? All that thumping, that's what it sounds like in my hallway right now. And nobody's playing with them. Nobody's playing with this dog. He's just crazy. He's just fucking crazy. Maybe later on stream tonight, when me and Mama are doing RA9, I'll bring Winston in. That's his name, Winston. That's our little doggy. But oh yeah, man. Let's just go ahead and read through it. It is ill. It is a realistic first-person action survival horror game that challenges even the most seasoned fans of the genre. The game plunges you into a grim world with an eerie atmospheric story where every minute keeps you on the edge of your seat. The game developers are horror experts, and I wasn't even reading this shit. We're about to get into it. They're horror experts and have experience working with well-known directors. The work can be seen in various movies and series like Long Legs, Until Dawn. I don't think you guys should have put Until Dawn up there. That wasn't a very good adaptation. I'm sorry. No, and I'll give some credit where it's due though, because the creature design, it's like these boys, some of these guys worked on that. And that's cool. They're just doing their thing. The creature design, the design of the Wendigo was the least of Until Dawn's problems for that movie. Trust me, the least of my worries when it came to that movie was the Wendigo. That there was a whole plate of shit that movie needed to clear up before, the Wendigo becomes a problem. I think honestly, if you want to be real, the only problem the Wendigo had in that movie was just the fact that he ain't in it enough. That's it. Rant over. VHS Beyond. Love the VHS series. Great. Welcome to Derry. Asriel. I don't know what that is. I'll have to go watch that if these guys worked on it. And now, the team is aiming to fulfill their dream and create a game that will claw its way into your consciousness and expose your true fears layer by layer. A realistic and terrifying experience. Like, bro, oh my God, that shot, I love that shot. And the fact that they use these two shots, two of my favorite shots of the trailer. Like, that God, I love it, man. The lighting. It's the lighting. If the lighting wasn't as good as it is, it wouldn't look as good. Like, you can have graphics out the wazoo, but if you're not spending dough on your lighting engine or the rigging or whatever, look, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know 100% everything about this stuff. I just, I follow it enough so I can have a somewhat of a layman's terms, feeling about it. And then that detail, that headshot, if this, because Dead Space, I love Dead Space. Love it. I'll bitch about the fact that EA shutting down, the remake trilogy. I'll talk about that in a minute, but Dead Space is like gore and decapitation mechanics, like really fucking cool. Like you can cut here, cut them here. Same thing with the legs, lower legs, thigh region. But even Glenn Schofield, like he said there were things he wanted to be able to do, like if a necromorph or something like put their hand up and you hit the fingers, like just the hand, like just the fingers specifically with the plasma cutter, like he wanted to have the fucking fingers blow off. And the programmers and the designers, they had to kind of sit him down and be like, Glenn, we can't do that. We're already struggling cutting this fucking arm off. Let's not worry about the fingers this game. Maybe the next one. Didn't happen, and it didn't happen either. But but like with this, and let's just talk more modern, I guess, with like Resident Evil Requiem. Like the gore and dismemberment in that game is pretty fucking sick. like especially first person, you get more of a better view of the face, in my opinion. Seeing like shooting a zombie in the eye, I remember the first time I saw it, like shooting him in the eye, like the crosshair was specifically right there, and then like you see his head come back and his fucking eye is dangling, and like there's just a small like bullet hole kind of right above the socket. Like that is like the graphical evolution that we're getting to. Like I said, when it comes to fidelity itself, like how good something is going to look, like we peaked in 2018, 2019, 2020. It's just a fact. But the next step is how deep, how well can you get these textures? You know, that's really the next step. And that's where I think like this game is going to take it. Requiem kind of, oh man, like let's look at this generation. It's been a terrible generation. Not terrible, but it's just there are games coming out, but you know, it's just you think back to 360, OG Xbox, the PS4, not the Xbox One, fuck that, PS4. Like games just coming out the wazoo, and so many bangers. You know, these days it's like fucking rap music. Like you want a gym, you want some like real good bangers, you gotta dig. Like you want something with some substance. It's not just talking about shaking ass or like guns and violence. And let me just get this straight right now. I love me some gun rap. Like I love me some violent gangster rap, but you gotta be on another level to be able to rap about that shit and keep my attention. That's all I'm saying, you know? And, you know, just to find really, like, for me personally, at least, I think, to find really good rap, you gotta dig for it. And that's how the gaming industry has been. You know, AAA studios, they're just not dropping back-to-back things. Like, you know, Ubisoft back in the day, I remember when you couldn't wait to play Far Cry, when you couldn't wait to play an Assassin's Creed game. And now we're just kind of at the point, it's like, what are we doing? All right, sorry about that. My caretaker for my mama, and she just thought she needed something, but I think she's okay. I gotta go get my son here in about 45 minutes anyway, so probably wrap up some talking here in a minute. And shit, she threw me off. I don't even remember exactly what I was talking about, but I'm not gonna read through this again right now. Because I think I was I remember I was on Dead Space, talking about Dead Space. I'll just stay on Dead Space. Fuck it, I'll just close out with that or something. But no, graphically, textures, like that's where we're at. Like I think ill is gonna be the next step. Like if you can have like the particle effects, like the debris from the wall, like this type of detail. It's just the weight of everything. I think that's what really gets me excited about this. Like, because they say this is going to be like a very physics-based game. Like, if they can if this upkeep can stay up here the whole time, I don't know how long this game is going to be. Like, because I know they said when it comes to video games, inspiration, like RE7 wasn't obvious. I mean, just looking at this hallway and that thing busting through the wall, and I immediately think of Jack Baker. So you can clearly see the inspiration that's there, and that's not a problem. You know, that's how, you know, if you're not inspired, then the work probably isn't gonna shine through the way you want it. But I can't wait for this game. And I'm gonna bitch about Dead Space because the Dead Space remake was so fucking perfect. It was, I'm not gonna say perfect. Dead Space remake, it's not perfect. It isn't. It's not. The only thing for me, here's my problems with the Dead Space remake. The AI for the necromorphs, they're just not as visceral. They're not as vicious. You know, Dead Space 1, you shoot a necromorph once, they fucking lose their mind and they're coming at you full sprint. You know, there's no full sprinting in the Dead Space remake. It's just the necromorphs. They kind of do a speed walk. They got their hands up like this, kind of like Rain, and they just. That's that right there. Let me get you guys right here. Okay, there we go. I had to add the fucking Shure mic. This is that's what they're doing. That's how they running at you in the Dead Space remake. It's nothing. Like there's none of the crazy fucking there's none of the crazy vicious running that they were doing in the original game. You know? It's just the enemy AI design in the remake. It's just not as good as the original. The voice acting, Isaac's great. You know, Isaac is really good. It's not Keisha. Keisha, it's on the tip of my tongue. The bitch that betrays you at the end. It can't be Keisha. There's no way it's Keisha. This is gonna bother me. Kendra, that's her name. Fucking Keisha. No, not Kendra. Like her actor in the remake, she did good. Like she did good for her. Isaac, you know, great. Nicole is good. What is the security guy? No, that's not. Where is he? He's like literally the only nigga in the game. That's not him. What is this advertisements, man? Jesus Christ. Ain't him. I saw a black dude and thought it was the oh Jesus, please. I'm gonna get canceled. All black folk don't look the same, people. Alright. That don't prove nothing. It was a pixelated image. That don't prove nothing. Where is this motherfucker? What is all these characters? I don't give a shit about all these characters. Dead Space 1. That's it. That's all I want to know. Zach Hammond. Jesus Christ. Hammond. Thank you. Like giving me characters in this franchise in alphabetical order that I have never fucking heard of. Like, who was that nigga I was looking at? Baines? Who the fuck was that? Who was that? He ain't important. Show me Hammond. God. But his voice actor, his design, yeah, he was fine. My problem with the Dead Space remake were the necromorphs. Kyne, the voice actor for Kyne, they just, I don't know what they were thinking. First of all, redesigning Kyne to look younger, no. And then getting a voice actor that absolutely was doing his own thing and not trying to replicate any of what Kyne was like in the Dead Space animation Downfall and the Dead Space remake. But awful. I don't typically like to say words like that when it comes to an art form, but that was awful. It's not reminiscent of the original Kyne at all. Anyway, aside from that, like graphically, great. Gameplay, awesome. Taking the freeform gravity movement out of Dead Space 2, putting it in the first one, amazing decision. Amazing. That's what you want to see. It makes that even better. Now, I never touched Dead Space 3. I know there's some people who do like that game. I don't like what they do with the story. Combat is fine, gameplay is whatever. The only good things about Dead Space 3 are the environment, the Thing. Sorry, I love the Thing. I love snow. You put snow in anything, it gives you a point to your score immediately. You got snow, you get a point. So there you go. Snow, Isaac, and Carver. Those two characters, the fact that y'all fucked up Ellie, gonna leave that there. I don't like talking about Dead Space 3 because it legitimately makes my fucking blood pressure raise, and I don't like it. Anyway, but yeah, the Dead Space remake, gameplay, graphics, giving a voice to Isaac, of course, bringing I forget his name, sorry. I'm bad with names, guys. Bringing him back, letting him experience that in a whole new light. Awesome. Now, here is the fucking problem. EA shut this shit down. Why did EA shut down the Dead Space remake? Because why? Look at that. You see my fingers right there? Money. That's why. They were expecting Dead Space to sell like fucking Battlefield. Why? It's a survival horror game. Rated M for mature. Battlefield is rated M for mature, sure, but there is not a fucking single scene in any Battlefield game, even in Battlefield 1. There's, not that I remember at least, there's not a single scene where you see the insides of a motherfucker. Where you seeing the head get chopped off, niggas getting cut in half, niggas getting bisected, all this shit. Why the fuck do you think Dead Space was gonna bring you guys like hundreds of millions of dollars? It wasn't. It never was. It never has. And when it wasn't, it was still good. EA. Listen to me right now. Motive is already working on an Iron Man game, so whatever. I guess it makes sense. The engineer suit, whatever. I'll give you that. I hope it's good because I like Motive. I thought the Star Wars Squadron game they did was pretty cool, and yeah, I love the Dead Space remake. Sucks 2 won't happen. Well, we don't know that for sure. This is the only type of little silver lining we have. And that is the Saudi Arabia buyout. Now, these types of buyouts, they're never good. They aren't, seriously. Like, I know that. But we got to have some type of silver lining in this because 2 things can happen with this franchise after this buyout. It can be left to die under a rug, to be forgotten, wrapped up and thrown away. Or it can be sold to people who care, to people who don't need to make $400 million off an IP that would never fucking generate that much money in any universe, even if Dead Space was as big as like Michael fucking Jackson. Okay, this is not gonna happen. And there were rumors. I saw. I don't want to look for the link right now because I'm about to get off anyway. But there's rumors that Glenn Schofield, you know, one of the main creators of the franchise back in the day, he was trying to work out some deals to scoop Dead Space out from under EA in the midst of all this buyout shit. So hopefully that does happen. We're gonna pray, because that's literally top 5, top 10 favorite game franchises ever in my life. So, and yeah, to get a great remake and then to see that nothing's probably going to happen with it, at least for quite some time. It's saddening, man. It's saddening. Because the truth is, a game like that with a small team of developers, it doesn't need to sell millions for them to be able to live off of it. That shit only happened with EA because they fucked up so bad with 2042 and, you know, a possible conglomerate of other games that Dead Space and Motive have no control over. You know, it's kind of like the Warner Bros. Situation. You know, they're having to sell off a bunch of shit, do a bunch of things because David Zaslav and his band of very merry idiots, you know, they just can't manage products and projects willingly. Not willingly, but they just can't do it. They can't. They just can't do it. Their managerial skills are fucking garbage. And, you know, they lost hundreds of millions of dollars on Justice League or Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And they had to recoup. It's, hey, y'all, gaming. There's a lot of great shit happening with games right now. A lot of great indie developers. Even some really good AAA shit coming out. But, man, we gotta buckle up. Because it's gonna get bad. It's only gonna get worse. Let me go on here real quick. See who's. Say bye. Yeah. Say bye to the one viewer. Hope you good. I cannot stand these motherfucking Discord scammers, man. Can't stand them. Come in to fucking start up a small loose leaf conversation, and as soon as they don't get no money and they fucking dip. I hate them. Maybe hate's a strong word, but it is really annoying. I can tell you that right now. But we're gonna be streaming later tonight. One of you, whoever you are, we're gonna be streaming later. Resident Evil 9 with my mama again. Probably won't play that by myself until after. So yeah, gonna be playing with her. It's gonna be fun. I didn't even talk about my Switch 2. I'll do a review for that next time I get on and just start talking some shit. But yeah,